Splendid. Yes, supply of liveness. Indeed. Well, I mean, I was really hoping to be talking about the amazing Warhammer Day reveals, but there was a small problem.
There wasn't any.
There weren't any. Like, thanks for that.
I was at Chesterton. World of Adventures, I'll have you know. You're eyeballing the chat and Firefox from time to time, and
Missed nothing. Nothing. Not a sausage. Not a.
they've ever done.
Yeah, it is weird because I mean, like, it's Warhammer Day. It's the day of the name of the franchise of the IP, and they didn't even announce anything. Like, I thought, like, maybe they'd show off that Warhammer Quest game. I foolishly thought maybe we'd get Space Hulk. But worst case scenario, I thought at least they'd be like, well, here's a model that's coming our way at some point in the next. Matt is silent. Oh, well, that's best way, to be honest. Let me just change this real quick. So I know why. It's because it's coming through the speakers. There we go. Matt, speak. There we go. You should be able to hear Matt now. I'm not crazy and just talking to myself, honest. Not this time, anyway. Let's bump him up a little bit because it sounds a bit low. So, yeah.
Not doing a Robin from Teen Titans Go to the Movies. It's all about me.
Yeah, just literally just take your face off the screen. Yeah, they announced nothing. I mean, GW quite often disappoint by what they do announce. And hello, Kevin, and thank you for letting us know, because otherwise I probably would have been for the next 10 minutes just chatting away. Well, I can hear him. It's just the voices in my head. But yeah, they did nothing, and I'm like, what? Okay, well, I can't get. You know, maybe they're cutting back on the reveals. Maybe they're not doing that kind of thing anymore. Maybe, you know, it just costs money and everything. But then today, they went, oh, there's some kind of competitive event on next week. Reveal, and I was like, what? fucking what? So, like, yeah, Warhammer Day, absolutely nothing. Some kind of competitive event that's coming on. All the goodness. Apparently you're quiet, Matt. Can you turn your gain up a little bit, please, mate? I've bumped you up as high as you got in the audio.
How's that? I'm assuming that's better.
Hopefully that is better. Hello, Greg. Hello, wife. I forgot to say hello to the wife last time and got in trouble. So.
Oh, hello. Oh yeah, apparently it's the World Championships of Warhammer. So I'm kind of like, oh, so you're doing some reveals for that, but didn't decide to do any for Warhammer Day, the actual day of Warhammer.
Yeah, I mean, just like
it's just weird.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. It is literally like they've just turned around and gone, well, you know what, just come into our stores and buy stuff and get stuff.
Yeah. Like,
we're not going to put any effort in. Like, they completely killed the events, like Games Day and all that kind of stuff. And wasn't Warhammer Day meant to be didn't they do an event at Warhammer Day? Am I missing something?
A Warhammer Fest?
Warhammer Fest, is that a different day? I lose track, but yeah. Literally nothing. I mean, just literally nothing. Sounds good now. Excellent. I am pleased to hear it. Yeah. So I apologise, guys. We wanted to come to you with like, oh, these reveals, oh, they look great. Yeah, brilliant. But there aren't any.
Should have said so much.
So whether or not we stay up for the ones on the 8th, I don't know. It's like 12. Well, it's basically midnight on the 8th of November, Matt. So
amazing.
It's up to you. Hopefully, it's a Friday and not a work
Saturday
for you. It's a Saturday. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like Friday into Saturday. So that would be okay, but we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, super fun. So I thought, what we'll do then, seeing as there's bugger all else to do, unfortunately, guys.
I was going to say though, I'm very pleased that they're doing an announcement for Legions Imperialis.
Yeah, it's nice. Maybe it's the Custodians or something. I don't know.
It might be. It might be Fellblades and whatnot.
Yeah, could be. Have to wait and see. But just something getting a look is good. We'll have a look in a minute because I'm about to go into Warhammer Community anyway. But let's have a look at these Golden Demon winners, shall we? Because I thought there was some interesting stuff there. This one up first. That's a Crew Shaper, isn't it, Matt?
Yep. Yeah. I've got to say, anything that involves pools of clear resin is an immediate win for me.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, yes, this one deserves to win. It's got clear resin.
You're silly impressed by that, aren't you? I mean, overall,
Yeah.
I think it's really nice. There's a great use of different textures here. The skin's really smooth. The weathering on the metal bits is nice and subtle, and gives a different texture. And as you say, nice resin pour. I have no idea who Matthew Siddy is as far as like names of Instagrams or whatever go, but that's good. They should put that on there, really, shouldn't they? You think they put an Instagram on there? I also like the way he's got the cable there, and it looks like it's all been like, it looks like the photo's been cropped, but it hasn't. He's just put this weird bit of cable just floating across the top.
I think it's actually submerged. I think the cable's submerged, but you've just kind of got a weird effect where it's got resin.
Up the top of the model.
Oh,
Right
that.
up the top, above his head.
I thought it was cropped as well. Actually, my brain just didn't compute it. There was just a chop. And I was just like, oh, completely ignored it.
Yeah, it's very, 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 very good effect. You can tell it's not cropped because it's not in line with the
Edge of the
barrels underneath the boxes, canisters and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's done a good effect there. That's a really nice model. We'll have a look at the others, and then we'll. What?
My only criticism, because obviously with my skill level, I'm in a position to criticise these things, is that his crew isn't blue like mine.
Oh, okay.
Apart from that, it's great.
I'm sure there's different creeds of crew. That's be okay. So
Creeds
let's have a
of
look at the
crew?
others, and then what we'll do is we'll look at all three, judge them like the official sort of miniature painters that we are. And then see whether we think they got them in the right order. Whether we got them, they come in the right order.
Alan was like, please can you preview all the Golden Demon stuff so you know what you're talking about this evening? And I was like, okay then. And I just looked through, I looked at them for about 30 seconds and then decided to snap all my brushes and throw them in the fire.
So we've got this one from Johan, and I apologise if I ruin any of these names because I'm going to, because you're all like mostly Eastern European and amazingly talented, basically. Johan Leduc, or Leduc. I'd like to think it's the duck. I'd like to think it's the duck. That'd be good. And he's done like an Dark Eldar Archon, which is really nice. And I was trying to work out what he's put this together out of. And it just seems to be loads of Dark Eldar kits. And then maybe the hair is... Because it's not Sigvald's hair. So
That's the Slaneshi AOS guy, isn't it?
Yeah, that guy, yeah. So that's really nice.
Sure?
The angle of the pistol is a little bit weird. That's the only thing I didn't like about this. I don't know if it's the angle they've taken the photo from, but the angle of the pistol is a little bit weird. But it's a lovely...
It just looks like a languid gesture, like he's talking to someone, and he's just like, he's just waving a pistol at him rather than actually.
Is it like he's watched some gangster movies and you can't get it quite right?
No, I think it's just like he's just mid-flow and he's just gesturing with a pistol casually at someone rather than actually trying to do a G aim, which is the shittiest
maybe
in the world.
But again, he's got some really nice textures here. Like that rock looks really like rock, so well done. Like it could actually be bits of rock, and I wouldn't know. The armour's nice, a variety of different textures. A few little bits about it that I'm just, one of the things I don't like is the cloak. That's not his fault. That's the way that is the sculpt of the cloak model itself. But yeah, really, really impressive stuff there. Really good contrast between the undersuit and the armour, which I really like. Again, the texture work's really good. So that's really nice. And then Andy Wardle, who is a name that we all know, as one with his Fugan the Phoenix Lord. And again, that's just really nice. Lovely, understated base. And by keeping it understated, it keeps the focus on the model itself, which is obviously beautifully painted in a non-metal, I'm a talented bastard style. Just smooth. Just super, super smooth. It seems to be the Golden Demon style, and it's carried off really nicely, but I just love that. That base is so nicely done with the overgrown and moss and everything. It's beautifully done. So overall, I think, this is just me personally, don't come at me, I think personally, I might have swapped Fugan and the Dark Eldar, but I suspect that the conversion work that's been done on the Dark Eldar, I'll be dead in the ground before I say Drukari,
You just said it.
as kind of like swayed that one maybe. But yeah, I really like that fugue gun. I think it's really, really. I think the way that it contrasts against the base is just absolutely fantastic. Whereas the Dark Eldar just sort of blends in. That pistol just kind of catches me off guard, and the face isn't quite. Yeah, but as I say, this is just me. Moving on, we've got Martin Peterson with some really cool looking Space Wolves. I really like these, and one of the reasons I really like these is they kind of reminded me of second edition Matt.
Second edition Matt?
Shut up. Second edition Space Wolves.
You didn't know me back then.
Second edition Space Wolves. I wish I could get a second edition Matt. This first one's rubbish.
How very dare.
Yeah, I really like this squad. I think they're really nice, and yeah, just something about it reminded me of the first of the second edition paint style with like the quite bright colours and not crazy with the the line highlighting in that kind of heavy metal style.
I particularly like the shade because like the 30k wolves are kind of a proper grey.
Yes.
And 40k wolves are a little bit too blue for me, like classically. Yep. But these guys look pale enough to actually have come from an ice world where they're kind of camouflaged in.
Yeah. This is my preferred style of Space Wolf painting. I think it's really nicely done. There's some lovely spot colour work going on with the different colours all over the place. Also, I think this guy in the middle, this wolf leader dude, that's converted surely out of somebody.
Is it
help me out here, man, but I don't think that's a stock model. I think that's converted.
Please, I'm a Dark Angels player. What would I know about this scruffy look? When I first saw that reminded me of their Kaiser looking guy.
Ulrich
the Slayer.
Yeah, Ulrich the Slayer. I think that's been converted from Ulrich potentially. Can you do me a favour on your screen? Because I just don't want to do it here. I just don't want to. Can you bring up Ulrich quickly and just see if you think that might be a conversion?
I'll have a gander. But what caught my eye as well, being an Imperial Armour fan myself, is that Terminator looks like a nod to Bran Redmore.
Oh, right. Okay, I get it. Yep. The guy that got named after the lad. Was that?
Maybe.
Wasn't it Bran? Wasn't that the guy? There was a I think it was a little kiddie. I don't even want like super young, but he died of cancer or something. Can they put him into the book?
Oh no, I think this is before that.
Ah, right, fair enough.
I think that actually is converted from him, yes. But he's done a lot of work there. Like he's put in a power fist instead of an arm clutching the helmet. The head's actually different. That guy's got no bionic eye. Yeah, Ulrich does. You know what? The belt buckle's different. I don't think I actually know what the fuck I'm talking about. It looks different now, but that. So the more I look at it, the more different it looks. But it's a really similar pose.
Right. Okay. Well, whatever way you look at it, there's some lovely work there, and that is a lovely display piece. This is really nice. You've got one guy running forward, one guy stepping forward. I mean, I presume he's done some work to get him running forward like that. The poses are really nice. It looks very characterful. Yeah. The wolf's been painted more subtly, so it looks like soft fur. Mighty fine work there by Martin Peterson. Then we come to Hendarian. This is a name I recognise. Who's done these swooping hawks that kind of hurt the eyes.
Yeah, got to say, I'm not a fan at all, but I appreciate the second edition Codex look that he's gone for straight off the front cover. I
mean, the skill is definitely there, but that's just a bit too much for me, and it kind of looks like a bit of a mess. The base is lovely, mind you. But sometimes I feel like when you push the reflective highlights and stuff, it can just be a little bit over the top.
Bit too busy. I dare say it probably looks a lot better in person.
Quite, yes. Most likely, absolutely. It is done very well, the non-metal that he's done. Don't get me wrong, but there's so many specular and refracted highlights on it that it becomes a little bit hard to actually see the model, if you know what I mean. I'll be honest, being against a white background might not be helping it.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then if we have a quick look at the Death Watch guys, now these guys I didn't, and this is no insult to Eric Swenson because it's still better than what I can do. I didn't think these were that great. I thought the non-metal metal wasn't that brilliant compared to some that I've seen.
For me, the shading swings it for me. It's phenomenal.
Not the shading so much as the OSL.
The source lighting stuff.
Yep, I think that is the best I've seen.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, I think that has really that is the spotlight, the standout of this. I mean, some of the new non-metal metals is executed, the way I would expect, but it just doesn't quite work. You've got this quite flat-looking black armor, and then you've got this very shiny non-metal metal, and it's not quite. It's such a hard thing to do, and I don't do it point blank because I can't do it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a great painter, but for me, this one, without the OSL, I'm not even sure if this would be in the third place. But the OSL is so very, very good. I mean, if you look at the guy with the plasma gun,
I was looking at that, and I'm like,
knees and his feet underneath. That is just chef's kiss. That looks perfect.
Although a little bit of me is kind of like, would there be that much reflection beneath the plasma gun when the cells are on top? But that's not to detract from the skill that he's actually done it with.
Yeah, I guess it's just reflecting off. I mean, it's still got it in his face and his shoulder. I mean, light would presumably reflect off of the shoulder pad, and then maybe that would hit. I don't know. I mean, to my eyes, that looks natural as hell, and I think that's what
it does.
Really.
Like I said, I looked at it first time and I was like, oh, where does the battery go? And I'm like, oh, it's not actually an LED. He's fucking painted it the back.
He's just stupidly good at the OSL, basically. So yeah, when we have a look at these, I think these are right. I absolutely do. Because I think these are the best painted of all of them. It's got that. How can I put it? Like, you get some things and they're painted in what I call the golden. See, look at this crew, yeah? Very smooth blends, not many excessive highlights. It's quite subtle. My preferred painting style. Then I look at Andy Wardle's sort of ultra refractive highlighting, and that seems to be the thing that the judges really sort of key in on quite often. And you've got it again on these swooping hawks where they're just super, super shiny and bright. But I prefer this. I prefer this beautifully second edition looking natural Space Wolf squad. So for me, yeah, I think that's been got right there. So large vehicle or miniature. We've got Jaroslav Drabek with a trike, I presume, of some description. I think it's just a trike, isn't it? Might be a Warboss trike or something.
Asking the wrong guy. I'm blatantly never been interested in orcs at all.
Yeah, no, I'm the same, mate. I'm the same. I've got a feeling there's a few nice subtle conversions here. The tyres, again, lovely different texture. They look like matte black rubber as opposed to the other textures on the vehicle. Very nicely done there. I think there is some conversion work going on. You got the, I'm pretty sure GW don't make their orcs with knuckle dusters, so I've got a feeling that's been put on there.
Which is impressive in itself.
He's got like some kind of weird chain hook attachment going on.
Looks like a grabby claw.
Yeah, that's really cool. I get the feeling these flames have been... I get the feeling quite a lot of work's gone into this, and I think it looks really nice. I love those tyres. They look great.
Yeah, I think the downside is because it's an orc vehicle, it's difficult to tell because they're all so ramshackle.
How much it's converted? Yeah, I mean,
what should be on there and what shouldn't be.
I've never paid a lot of attention to the orcs, to be honest, but I think that looks really nice, and I think that has been converted quite heavily. So yeah, I think that's really nice. We've got an Ultramarine Dreadnought by Adam Hanlon in silver. Now,
looks fucking awesome.
I think that is absolutely stunning.
Yeah,
I think the Marvel, my God, the marble looks really, really nice, and kind of understated. He's squishing a nid, which is always nice. You can sort of imagine like Battle in a Crag style, and the freehand is just sensational. Like he's got the texture in the banner. You can see the little stippling in the banner and everything.
I'm wondering if all the filigree and stuff has been sculpted on with green stuff or something similar. That can't be
No,
freehand
that looks
paint,
flat
surely.
to me. I think that's freehand.
You reckon?
Yeah, I reckon that's freehand. It doesn't look three-dimensional to me. But it is beautifully done. And I'd be interested to know what attracted the judges to this over this. Because I'm not just saying this as a Smurf player, but I am more impressed by the painting on this. Maybe it's the composition that's let it down a little bit. Maybe it's the gun being a little bit sort of bland compared to the rest of it. But I think this is beautifully painted, this Dreadnought. What do you guys in chat think? I mean, I think that's just... He's made a Redemptor look good, guys. That's just a Redemptor. It's just a Redemptor Dreadnought, but it's just stunning work by Adam there.
The thing is, he's made it look like a venerable Redemptor if such an abomination was a thing.
Yeah, it's really, really well done. There's nothing there I really don't like. And even though he's done some non-metal metal, he's kept it quite subtle.
Mm.
So again, if we compare this kind of non-metal metal here, which he's gone for this kind of non-metal metal gold, and then we compare it to these swooping hawks, there's a very big difference between them in style, and even this Death Watch here. So yeah, I think that's really nice. And then I figured we was going to get at least one Fulgrim in the entry, and he's gone for a different colour scheme here, which I think works really well actually.
Yeah, I probably like it. I always did like that model.
Beautiful model, beautiful model. On here, I think the thing that might have let him down is again the non-metal metal. It doesn't look like it sits with the rest of the model. I can understand painting different sections in different ways. Obviously, you want different textures and all that kind of stuff. But I think these non-metal metal bits might be letting them down a little bit because they just look painting a completely different style to the rest of the model, I think. But still, yeah, a stunning piece. Well worthy of a third place. Congratulations, Theo Lamourie. What do you think on this one, Matt? Do you think first and second... I think third is right, absolutely. Do you think first and second are the right way around? I have to say, maybe overall, I do, because the texture work on this first model is so good. And if you look at the second model, although it's beautifully painted, a lot of the textures, not a lot of different textures on it.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not really sure, to be straight up. I think a lot more work has gone into the Orc trike than it looks.
Mm.
Because to me, like I said before, like I just look at it and I go, oh, Orc stuff.
Yeah, like maybe that's been super converted, whereas the Redemptor is a Redemptor with a banner kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
It is beautiful work. Yeah, I might have to have a quick look at an Orc trike at some point, just see how much he's converted. But either way, beautiful work. But I think that is probably, yeah, just about correct. Yeah, chat, let us know what you think, because, you know, yeah, our opinions are our opinions. We're not experts by any means. This I loved. Albert Moreto font. This also won the Slayer sword. And this is just a stunning piece of work.
There's something very old school about it.
Yeah, there is, isn't there? There really is. It takes you back to those kind of like mid-2000s Golden Demons.
Mm.
Really, really nicely painted. It is, again, with that really bright, highlighted sense that I wish it was a bit more natural, but you cannot deny the amount of conversion work that's gone into this. It's almost like a diorama, isn't it? More than a single miniature. Do you know what I mean? But just every single part of this is just beautifully painted. The texture of the wood, absolutely phenomenal. The smooth blends on the crystal ball, the flooring tiling, and here, this is non-metal metal here, but those are some of the smoothest blends I've ever seen. This reminds me of that guy called Flame On Painting, who does those ridiculously smooth blends by using like 450 million glazes. And I wonder if that's actually him, because, you know, but apparently it's his third time of winning the Slayer sword, and this is one of those things where you just look at it and there's just more and more to it every time you look.
Like with Nell and I.
Yes, quite.
The more you watch that, the better it gets. Yeah, I mean, this is a bit of a weird one, but I'd like to see more of the floor
Yeah.
because I was like, oh, he's actually like put different color tiles on the
Yeah,
floor
he's
as if
carved
there's-
it and
so
then
there's a
painted it
there's like a
differently.
pattern there.
Yeah.
I want to see what the pattern is. I want to see what the floor should look like, and that's not many things make me go, oh, I wonder what that should be.
And look, he's got
So,
he's got a little dragon familiar on the stand. I've just noticed.
Ha. Very nice.
Beautiful glass painting. As I say, maybe those highlights are a little bit high because you think of where this is taking place, like where
gotta be
what the
maybe more
lighting would be in this environment. You wouldn't think it'd be that bright, but
Yeah.
you know, it is the heavy metal or it is the Golden Demon style that just tends to win these things, and that's not a bad thing, you know, by any means. It is, by whatever metric you look at it, beautifully painted. And you know, we know full well that even though they're good photographers, these things always look better in real life. Every time we go to Warhammer World, or you know, every time I go to Warhammer World and I look in the cabinets, I'm like, holy shit! Like
That
they
looks
look way
shit
better
online.
than the
This looks
photos.
fucking awesome here. Now I'm gonna have to go home and eat a shoe.
Yeah. Urka Martyr has given us a help. Is it like a Chaos Knight? No,
It does look a bit
Chaos.
fleshy.
Is it like is it Sigma or something? I don't know. I don't recognise the model, so I get the feeling a ton of conversion work has gone into this.
It should have won first place. It's got clear resin on it. Look.
Yeah, Matt disputes it. It's got resin pour. That's the best thing ever. I mean, it's got a resin pour, but it's got some lovely texturing on the water on the top as well. Looks really good. Beautiful colour theory and composition execution here, where you've got the green going into sort of greeny yellow of the tree that goes all the way round and frames the purple and silver
The tree's ridiculous.
of the model. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely
The colours-
stunning piece.
The colours of the tree is ridiculous. I'm like, how? How?
It's just, what sorcery is this? He's
I'm
got a
going to
little
go and get
notice
the
on the
ashes
tree
of my brushes
pinned.
and throw them into the sun.
He's breaking them is not sufficient anymore. They need to be completely destroyed. So yeah, that's absolutely stunning. And then we've got a piece by Richard Gray, another stupidly talented bastard. And I saw him working on this.
Name.
Sorry?
Even I know that name.
Yeah. And this has just got his stuff all over it. Beautifully painted. Loads of great highlighting. He hasn't pushed all the speculars so much, but there is, you know, obviously you've got the thing where the bottom third of the model should look darker than the top third. He's nailed that. I mean, yeah, what can you say about Richard Gray? He just smashes out great stuff time and time again. It's got a lovely base. Yeah, really, really nice. Really nice work. I wish they'd do 360s of this stuff. I really do.
The base befuddles me somewhat because I want to know why it's the same size as the miniature above it. Like, I would have thought that if you're going to do a base that chunky, why there's not like a little something going on underground?
I see with the height, you mean? Yeah. Because normally you'd think you'd have like a plaque with a name there or something, you know.
Yeah.
But obviously he's chosen not to. He's just set fire to a log and used that.
I mean, it looks nice and fancy, but I'm just kind of like, why though?
So I think, again, I think this is probably about right. Although there's definitely a case for that second one being as good as the first one, that first one is just so stunningly executed that I think they've got this one right, mate. I really do. And we'll talk about it, achieving the Slayer Sword in a moment. But yeah, that is...
Although,
looking at the painting style, I think that's that Flame On guy. I don't know if it is. But I think it might be.
I might have swapped silver and gold, but honestly, there's
barely anything in it, is there?
In it, yeah.
I mean, the only thing I would say is like this just jumps out at you a lot more than this does.
Yeah,
and
but
again,
it's like you said.
Maybe it's something like the texture work. There's so many different textures at work here in the wood, in the metal, on the cloth. You can see the stippling on the cloth. It's phenomenal. And then when you come down to this one, you've got the texture of the tree, but after that, it also just blends into itself a little bit. So maybe could have just pulled that a little bit higher in some places to make bits catch the eye. I don't know. I'm not a pro painter, but I think that's what they've gone for. I think they've got that right broadly. I really do. So we're on to Warhammer Age of Sigmar unit, Warcry Warband or Underworlds Warband. This is by Axel Olsen, and it's those Flesh Eater Quartz lads. This is your gold entry. I think that's nice. I love the fact he's done something different with the colour on the head dude, whose name I can't remember.
Don't look at me.
I think maybe he could have brought a bit more on the base, but that's about it really. Just a few more points of interest on the base maybe, especially around here.
Yeah, it seems a little bit dull.
But other than that, really nice work. The silver, that is Simon Sikora. Do you know who Simon Sikora is?
No.
It is Zumitkyo Painting. All hail the beard. I featured him on my 5 channels to keep an eye on thing.
Gotcha.
That is beautifully painted as well. Absolutely stunning. Love the purple ground contrasting against the green. Great colour theory. Beautifully painted. And then Jonathan DeVos has got the Snarl Ripper, Gits, Bastard, Fangs, them. With what looks like real twigs, because if they're not real twigs, I'm going to cry.
It looks oddly sparse, I will say.
Yes, it does. But again, nicely painted. Very nice smooth blends. I don't know, I mean, this one maybe jumps out at you a bit more. There's a bit more about it, maybe. I don't know, but I'd be tempted to swap silver and gold here, and not just because I worship Zumikyo's beard. I don't know. This one is very natural and smooth, and this one is a little bit more that old school kind of style. Maybe you'd have to see them in real life, but they're very, very, again, very, very close between those two. I think we can agree, very close.
Yeah.
But all of them brilliantly executed. Warhammer Age of Sigmar, large miniature or war machine. We've got Angelo DiCello. He's won crap loads of stuff. He's won loads of Golden Demons in the past. And this is just really nicely done again. I can't remember if that's the Keeper of Secrets or no, because it's got the hands. So that's the actual character name, isn't it? Shellax or something like that. I can't remember.
Shellaxy Hexbane, I think.
That's the one.
I think it's the Keeper of Secrets.
Don't the Keeper of Secrets have?
Hold on a moment. I'll look at mine.
Yeah, have a look. But yeah, that's really nicely done.
It might be a conversion actually, because the top half looks like a Keeper of Secrets, but the Keeper of Secrets, the normal one, doesn't have
the dressy bit, does it? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what threw me off. Because doesn't Chillia Haxbane have like a veil or something?
Yeah, but it's a lot more than that.
So it's like a spliced Keeper of Secrets.
Yes.
Yeah. Really nicely done. I mean, the way that black PVC leather spandex, whatever you want to say, has been painted on the legs to conform with the shape of the legs and looks so tight like tiger. Is really, really nice.
Oh no, it is a Keeper of Secrets.
It is a Keeper of Secrets, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the alternative model is actually a completely different box, and that's the one I'm actually completely
okay. It's not built out of one box then. Okay, fair enough.
No.
Yeah, really nicely done. Lovely execution on the colours. Gold is such a hard non-metal metal to do without it looking too yellow or too brown. Yeah, really nicely done. And then we've got these two. Now, this is Fibout Ram. Is this a scratch-built model, Matt? I don't recognise it.
I don't know. The rider looks like the dude from The Horse, that classic one that they redid.
I thought the rider looked like one of the dudes from the from the End of the World End.
The
End Times, that's the one. You know, the free rock girl, the That
No,
thing.
he's the. I think he's a converted rider from Simon Sikora's work above. It's the guy from the Nurgle horse.
Oh right, okay.
Have a look. Just scroll up. Like the
Yeah, I did. Just went and look.
like the scythe looks the same.
Yeah. I think you might be right. In which case, who did the conversion work? Simon or this guy? But yeah, I just didn't recognise that.
This guy did.
I don't know what it's based on. The mount.
It's fucking cool.
It's not that Chaos character who had a Draxa or whatever the hell her name was.
Huh?
But it's stunningly done, and it's got resin pour mat, so it should have got first.
Definitely should have.
Some little coelacanths fishies in it.
I mean, I am kind of surprised that one actually beat the Keeper of Secret. Didn't beat the Keeper of Secret.
Yeah, I'm thinking that myself generally, because there's so much subtle blending, and maybe it's the overall impact. Maybe it's a little bit on this base. Maybe it's could have done with a bit more texturing to make it look like stone or something. Obviously, we don't know what the judges are thinking, but this just seems like such a more complete piece to me.
Yeah.
I mean, which of these costs more to buy at Games Workshop? Then that'll give you the answer.
Well, a Keeper of Secrets is like £100 now, surely.
Well, yeah, at least 105, 110 maybe. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I think maybe I would have been tempted to go for this just because I think so much more of that's been sculpted. I can't think of what it looks like that from Nurgle range.
That's gold for me.
Yeah, and then Lucas Holmstrom, as fuck knows what is that, Matt?
I ain't got a clue.
I think based on the back, that's from when they released the Dark Oath lads.
Maybe.
I've got a feeling that is from that. And they released this weird character with a horrible face. Let me just have a quick look. Of course, finding the damn thing is going to be nigh on impossible because Games Workshop web store. Let's just type in Dark Oath and see what comes up. Yeah, the Dark Oath Wilder Fiend. I think it might be based on that. Let me just drag it across so you can see it. Phenomenon.
This looks very similar.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the same pope, pretty much. I'm kind of wondering if those wings are from the the vulture riding lady.
Okay, yep. I see
Maybe.
that, yep. So let's just yeah. I think he has. I think he's taken that and then put wings on it. Because the hands are the same, the legs are the same.
Yeah.
It's one hell of a conversion, mate. Beautifully. He must have done some green stuff work here to blend it in, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Really nice. Really nice. Beautiful work. Yeah, I've got to say though, I think I like this one the best. I think this is really, really nice. Really good. This is excellent as well. And although Angelo Gicello is like one of the world's best painters and wins shit all the time, I can't see a great deal he's done to the Keeper of Secrets apart from paint it really nicely.
Yeah, it looks pretty standard apart from the base. Obviously.
Yeah. I think this...
The model is.
I think I'd be tempted to put the Keeper of Secrets at third. I think these are that nice. I mean, maybe there's something wrong with it we can't spot. But these look stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll go first, second, and then Keeper of Secrets third. Sorry, Angela. No, it doesn't matter. You won anyway, so, just what we think. To Horus Heresy, the good stuff. Don Henglong. I was going to make a rude joke there. I'm not going to.
Gotta say, as always, when it comes to Cataphractii Terminator, not Cataphractii, Jesus, Saturnine Terminators, fucking silly model, awesomely painted.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? Really smooth, really nice, lovely backdrop with the drop pods coming down. I still think this is stupid, over the top.
It is.
Why? There's no need for it. It's bonkers. It really is. There's no need for this stupid Iron Halo thing over the top. But I kind of get it, but it's unnecessary in my opinion. But yeah, beautifully painted. I mean, look at the texture on that red cloth, man. That just looks the nuts. And this is probably my favoured way of doing non-metal metal as well. It's subtle. It takes into account that this is probably not a particularly bright place, and that you're not going to have these massive, really, really like to white specular highlights. And I think that's really beautifully done. That's some of the best. I mean, it's not gold, it's brass, I guess, because it's bloody Iron Warriors, but that is absolutely stunningly done by Duan Henglong. That's awesome. That is really, really nice.
It is awesome.
Yeah, really, really nice work there. Lovely weathering as well. If you look at the fist and everything.
Then it has the stripes.
And hazard stripes. They're not easy to do. They're not easy to do.
No,
Anthony Smith has given us a. Oh, good lord! That's got to have some conversion work into it. And that Death Guard.
It's definitely a Death Guard. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't look like a bespoke model to me.
It's horrifically smoothly done.
That's and oddly enough, I think that's one of the things that's let it down a little bit.
I mean, it looks a little bit too CGI'd.
CGI,
which is in a way,
plasticky.
Is a compliment.
It's going back to that flame on style again, where you just do 5 million glazes to get your blends looking ultra smooth. And there's no denying that it's an absolutely amazing painting style. Really hard to do. Takes loads of work. He's obviously put some conversion work into here as well. I do wonder if this is a loyalist Death Guard, because he's still got the Aquila wings here.
Yep.
So this could be a loyalist Death Guard, which would be pretty damn cool. And then when but I look at this, and this looks like real armor to me. Stunningly highlighted and shaded, and it looks real. And then I look at this, and this doesn't. It has got that kind of almost CGI look, like you say. Everything.
I just realised,
just too highlighted.
He's free-handed that shoulder pad.
Is that not a sculpted detail?
No, look, it's smooth. Like the curve of the shoulder pad is just uninterrupted, and it goes under the cloak.
Even the skull?
I think so. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, beautifully painted. The only bit that, odd enough, you see the shoulder pad. You see the top bit of the shoulder pad.
Yeah.
Something is throwing my eyes off there. That transition just doesn't quite look right for some reason. Like when you look at something, you go uncanny valley, and your brain just knows it's not right.
Yeah,
that's there.
So that's why I said it looks slightly CGI'd.
Yeah. But yeah, really nicely done nonetheless. And then Bastian Salvador has given us a space puppy, rather large space puppy, with a space wolf. Nice conversion. I like the way he's changed the hand to be like, stay back, boy. Beautiful snow work.
Oh, that's a Praetor, the Legion Praetor, that Death Guard.
Oh, is it? Right, okay.
Yeah. So I'd have to have a quick gander.
Yeah. So is the shoulder pad smooth, or is it sculpted?
I suspect it's probably sculpted.
Right. Okay.
If it's because it's Legion specific, so why wouldn't it be?
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So I think the Space Wolf's really nice as well. Oddly enough, you know what? The Space Wolf's like a mix between the two of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got this one that's ultra matte and matte as in with an E on the end, and kind of like naturalistic looking. Then you've got this one that's like super smooth, like as the cat would say, smooth with a capital smooth. And then you've got this one in between that's like a mix of both, like a happy medium of both, I think.
Yeah, with Obi-Wan Kenobi's head stuck on top.
Yes, but I can't argue that I think this is one that is probably correct, Matt. I think that is definitely gold for me. I think that is just too much beautiful painting work into it to be anything other than the silver, and that is a worthy bronze, I have to say. So, good work there. Good work there. Warhammer, the Old World. This is that Min Hong bird from the Cafe Army, isn't it?
Looks awesome.
And that is just stunningly painted. Absolutely stunningly painted. You've got little helmets and skulls and stuff coming off the ground with the lightning. Yeah, that is a cracking piece of work. That is. Let me just see.
She gonna zap somebody like it's Big Trouble in Little China.
I was almost thinking that. Yeah. Let me just see if I can zoom in on this one a little bit, because that face looks really, really well painted. Let's just see how big we can make this.
Looks like she's got some eyeshadow going on.
There we go. That's where the resolution craps out, but yeah, that's really, really nice. The colour, what do you mean? You get the colour theory execution on this is flawless, absolutely flawless. And he's got a kind of like water look on the back of the cloak. This is all going to be freehand,
which is a bit weird for lightning, but it looks great.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. I don't think this is meant to be lightning. I don't think so. Anyway, it doesn't look like lightning. It looks like a water. You know, when you get that like light refracting off of ripple water.
Oh, the cloak does, yeah.
Yeah, the cloak. I mean, the other stuff is obviously lightning. Yeah.
Still gonna zap somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, that's lovely, isn't it? That is really beautifully executed. Especially when you think that the model is basically held there and there.
Yep, by those 2 bits.
There's 2 little bits there, you know?
Literally doing all the heavy lifting.
Exactly. And this was also by Angelo Ardicello, who's, like I said, which wins everything in bloody sight because he's that good. That is an absolutely beautiful piece. That blew me away when I saw it. I've got to say, I saw that. I was like, whoa, that is an amazing piece. So let's have a quick look. I apologise if we're disheartening anybody here. That's not the plan, I swear. This is meant to be something to inspire, you know, not to make you feel sad and snap your brushes. So we've got this guy. This guy's been done loads of times, this Orky Shaman. But he's really nice. He's really nice. I don't think he's as nice as the other one that I saw win, but at the same time, I think there's been quite a bit of conversion work that's gone on with the staff.
I don't know well enough to comment.
But that's really nicely done. And then you've got a high elf, Nils Anderson. Definitely seen that name before as well. Yeah, really nice. Kind of like a mid-90s, 2000s kind of Warhammer style there.
Definitely.
Very, very, very saturated colours. Nicely painted. Again, you've got the whole tree framing it kind of idea. But on this one, the miniature really, really pops. I think spot on, if I'm being honest. Obviously, we don't know what else was there. We haven't seen the honourable mentions or anything like that. That's another thing we might cover, because quite often I've seen honourable mentions and I'm like, dude, you was harsh. You know, you were hard done by kind of thing. So yeah, really, really nice work there. Middle Earth, Camilla Kozlea. This guy is KZA Miniatures or KZA Studios, I think. Really nicely done. Remember, this is done at a different scale. I mean, this is at 28mm, not the 32 that you get for the other stuff. Yeah, beautifully worked. Lovely base. Really, really nice work there. Then you've got, is that the Billy Connolly dwarf?
I don't know. Perhaps. Looks like it might be
from the Battle of Five Armies.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really nicely done. Really nicely done. New metal. This is one where maybe it could have been just delineated a little bit more, but that's really nice. And then the bronze, that is beautiful work. That is beautiful work, and it's got a resin pour. So Matt obviously thinks that should have won. This one, what do you think, mate? Because I think that bronze. Sorry, just to give you the credits. The dwarf was Joshua Gatti, and the bronze was Carlos Garcia San Juan. I think that's been harshly done there, mate.
you reckon they should be running the other way?
I do. I genuinely do. This is really nicely painted, but I feel there's not enough definition. It blends into itself a little bit here. There's not enough contrast between them. Obviously, this is a very, very small model. We need to understand that as well. This is the larger model. But this, I mean, just look at that leather work there. That's beautiful work. And then you've got the armour looks really nice. You've got the blend from the purple to the blue. The colour theory is excellent. The resin pour is good. You've got lovely snowy base. I think this got hard done, but I can see why this won.
It's a very fancy wooden base.
Yeah. Well, not just that. I mean, the snow is beautifully done with the, the tree and everything, and you've got this, this sort of snow in between thing. It's really well executed. But I have to say that I do think Carlos has made a more striking and interesting miniature there than Joshua. I mean, this may have been converted. This could be like 90% hand sculpted. We don't know.
Yeah.
But just going on what I think this troll is just way more interesting. That would catch my eye a lot more than this would, I think I have to say. I don't know what other people think. Apparently, it's from the War of the Rohirrim, which I haven't bothered watching, so that explains why I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, skip that one.
Yeah.
Why have you animated my Tolkien? They are two opposite things. I do not want to mix together.
I've heard it's awful. I'm not watching it. On to Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
That's Ghoul Chewer, I think his name is. Varak Ghoul Chewer, I think his name.
He's like not a star player, but he's like part of the Black Hawk team.
Black Hawks, yeah. That's really nice. Lovely. That black is, oh man, black is a bastard to paint. And that is really, really well done.
Especially when it comes to highlighting.
Yes, especially when it comes to highlighting. And, not going with the whole Thunderhawk blue or whatever like that. Here he's stuck to grey. And it's really paid off for him. Some lovely texture work. Nice little base. Imagine if you're playing Blood Bowl and you see that screaming towards you. You're not going to have a good time. Great leather textures. Great differentiation between textures as well. You can see the stippling and the texture on the armour versus the cloth of the clothes that he's wearing. Beautiful. Beautiful piece. Then we've got Pablo, and that was Jordan Toner for the gold. We've got Pablo Garcia Salinas for the high elves, is it? Or is it just elves? It might just be elves.
I think it's nice. Actually looks like a war dancer.
Oh, right. So wood elves in that case. Yeah, I think you're right, because they normally have like a thorny pattern on them, don't they?
Mm.
Yep. Escaping a load of zombie hands. Really nicely executed. Yep, that's really nice. I mean, the yellow jumpsuit, and yellow is, even with contrast these days, yellow is not an easy colour to paint at all to make it look good. So I think that is really, really well done. And we've got Lukas Borowick with a Chaos Dwarf, which is also really, really nicely executed.
Yeah.
Some really, really cool little details there. Lovely weathering and damage on the transfers. Again, beautiful base. I mean, if we compare, look at the gloves. That's great. And then the armor stippling. Again, if we take this out of the running for a moment, because I think this just catches the eye so much with the yellow standing out, and it is beautifully executed. But if we just compare first and third, I think you can kind of see the difference in quality there.
Yeah.
That shows how good that first is. That is absolutely a phenomenal painting by Jordan Toner there, in my opinion. Not to say that Lukas Borowick's Chaos Dwarf is bad at all. A worthy bronze, sir. Very good. Necromunda.
I actually think that should be silver.
You think that should be silver over the elf?
Yeah.
I think there's definitely a case for that. But and obviously the angle that's been chosen for the elf might not be doing it the best of favours, but I think that elf is so well executed, and the yellow is just, when you highlight yellow, it's so easy to just completely balls it up, and when you shade yellow, it's so easy to make it orange or brown or something. I think he's done really, really well there. But at the same time, what I will say, Matt, is if they were the other way round, I wouldn't be complaining.
Yeah,
I would say that the Chaos Dwarf was a worthy silver and that the elf was a worthy bronze. I wouldn't argue at all. Yeah, really, really nice. The face on that Chaos Dwarf. Look at the face on that Chaos Dwarf, yeah? And then look at what we got for Age of Sigmar with the Hashut, Hell, whatever the fuck they're called. I don't know. Awful. Yeah, really nice. Necromunda. This one threw me for a loop. Absolutely phenomenally, beautifully painted. But I thought this was a cyberpunk entry.
yeah.
I was like, I don't remember Necromunda looking like this.
It was a particular sort of mercenary group.
Okay, yeah. Like, is this some like Bushido or something stuck its way in? But that, I mean, look at that, man. The freehand on that is stunning by Florian Wynand.
And the tree.
I want to go Wynand.
The tree is not very Necromunda at all, but I can see why they went for it.
Yeah, yeah. I think it adds something to it. But God, that freehand, man, and the work into putting that base together with the bamboo and all that kind of stuff, and little stone piles. Again, not very Necromunda at all. I was like, what? Where's the hive? But God, the painting on that again. Let's see if we can get that one a bit bigger. I think that's worthy of a better look. Look at that. How many hours, dude?
It looks very anime, I must say.
It actually reminds me of Cyberpunk.
Yeah, or something out of Ghost in the Shell, maybe.
Which is Cyberpunk in its own right, to be honest. Yeah. Just, oh, wow. I mean, like, if you took the bolter out of that, there's nothing to tie it into 40k or Warhammer at all, is there, really?
Nope.
Yeah, that is absolute work of art. That is spot on, I think. Let's just shrink that back down again a little bit.
Ah, there they are. House tie on my Odo Coven.
Okay, cool.
I'm glad I haven't been drinking before I tried to say that.
He did that better than I would, that's for sure. Yeah, that is just some stunning work there. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, that was another one like the Japanese, the Chinese cafe lady, that caught my eye. It's a coincidence that it's a theme. And then the other two here, I thought these were actually also excellent, really beautifully painted. Nicholas Rubens Mortensen, definitely seen that name loads of times. Baptiste Richebe. Don't know if I have or not, but both really nice. That's that Blood Angel. It's definitely not a Blood Angel, honest.
Yeah. What was his name? Vandolph the Fallen?
Yeah, something like that. Really nicely done. Really nicely painted. Lovely little base there. Simple but works. And then third place with this I don't know, monster sump seller. I love the way that he's got I presume this is an actual model from Necromunda.
Yeah, it looks like it.
But he's got like the in the chest, he's got something with tentacles coming out of it, and he's got like the crocodile lad.
It strikes me as very slightly Everrain, one of the crew from that.
Yeah, it's really nicely done.
Holding the tentacle up with the cleaver.
Lovely subtle striping on the trousers.
It's proper nicely done.
Yeah, really nice. Let me have a quick look on Necromunda.
I'd even put down a silver.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that myself. I was actually thinking that myself. All right, so let's get rid of bloody filters. It's not going to be plastic. It's going to be resin. Oh, only 97 entries. That's okay then.
Yeah, I'm just having a quick gander through it myself.
Yeah, view results.
Highly professional.
It's like a little baby sump croc, isn't it? So. Oh, sod off! I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I'm not finding it unless I'm being blind.
No, I'm looking as well. Oh, there's those house tire on Modo Coven.
That's it.
34 quid for 2 models. That's really good because 34 quid gets you like 1 Marnius Colgar.
Yeah. Oh, is that a proxy and a fixer conversion? No. Color's completely different.
Well, you can always green stuff a collar.
I bloody can't.
The hell has he made that out of?
Yeah. I'm just scooching through as well, just going, no, 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 no.
I've gone through all of them. He's not there.
He's really not.
Has he
It's not like
scratch
an
built
AOS.
that?
It's not like an AOS miniature, is it? With like a heavily converted head or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
He's got what looks like a Gyrinx behind him.
Yeah, there's a
Like
guy
what the old
behind
guy
him,
used to
and he's
have.
got like a sump croc baby that I don't recognise from anywhere.
Up on the shoulder.
I'm starting to think he's hand sculpted that, you know.
That
Or at least,
definitely
at the
needs to
very
be
least, as you say, converted it so heavily from some model that you can't tell.
It needs to be at least silver. This is bonkers.
Yeah, that's a silver all day. I mean, I can't take that gold away. I just can't.
No.
But I think that needs to be silver, man. That is, wow. Ah, wow, man. That is the nuts. Don't get me wrong, this is good. But if he's scratch built that, and as I say, I've never seen his name before. I'm sure he has done conversions and sculpting in the past.
Oh no, there it is. It's a Underhive Traders. It is an actual model.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. It's one of it. It's like a part of a trio.
Underhive Traders.
Yeah, it's dead on. I don't think it's actually converted at all.
Ignore everything we just said.
You can tell we don't play Necromunda that much.
There's that many bloody models for it now.
Isn't it?
Not all complaining. We love seeing the Necromunda love. Oh, yeah. I see him. Okay. So maybe that might explain it then, Matt, because let's be honest, he has largely stuck to the same colours as well.
Yeah. But he's done a bloody good job.
He has done a bloody good job. That is beautifully painted. Again, if you was to swap silver and bronze there, I wouldn't have anything to say about it. Matt,
Nope.
It's epic scale.
Excellent.
Yeah, lovely little Warhound Titan diorama there. Containers, very fooked Lumen Russ. Really nice.
Containers are really nicely done.
Yeah, it's all really nicely done. Done some good
Tell you what,
conversion work with the feet and stuff, moving it all about. Really good. Yep, lovely little second of 30k there, or potentially 40k. No, 30k is no. Oh no.
Going by the Russ, it's got to be
Yeah,
30k.
yeah, it's Cedar Russ, it's 40k. So 30k. Hendarian giving us these, and this is where, I mean, because this is the same guy that did these swooping
Nightwing.
hawks. And
Nightwings.
these, I think he's done a better job on these. I think they work better. I would have been tempted to do something for the background. Nothing like
They are-
super over the top, but just something. Obviously, I know you don't want to detract from the fighters themselves.
Yeah,
I think I would have-
I don't think his painting style vibes with me at all.
Well, I prefer these because he hasn't pushed the highlight so high.
Not quite. It's very close. But then I'm just looking at like the War Master next to it.
Yeah, we're going to get there in a minute. Don't worry, we're going to get there in a minute.
I'm just like, no.
Yeah, no, we're going to get there in a second. But I do think that's quite nice. But I would have put something in the background there. Just
yeah,
I don't know, something, because like, you know, if they're flying up into the sky, which I presume they are, like, I don't know, has he put any stars at the top there? Or is that just bits of dust on my monitor? No, it could be stars. Anyway, let's have a look at this Don Hinlong.
I think what slightly bugs me about these two Nightwings is that they're proper nicely done, and I cannot take anything away from them whatsoever. But they remind me of a Star Wars rug.
Right. Okay.
There's
Yeah.
There's got a bunch of rebel ships
Yeah.
kind of like steaming across it, top down view, and it looks like that.
Yeah. I mean, the only problem I have with this painting style, and it is hard to do, and it's very nice, but it's like the Golden Demon style is I prefer, because of like the Forge World Master books, cast books, and stuff like that. I prefer this naturalistic look.
Yeah.
And once again, if you look at that, there is so much work on this. So much work from the little Contemptors and the little dude, like, you know, Legion Imperialis dudes.
I was so taken by the War Master itself that I didn't even notice the Sons of Horus on the base.
Yeah, yeah. Beautifully done. Weathering, absolutely stunning all over the model. Freehand skulls here, anybody? Very nice. I suspect there's some freehand going on the faceplate as well.
Yeah.
Sod silver, mate. I honestly think that should have taken the gold.
Yep, 100%.
I would go gold for Mr. Henlong, silver for James Tarrow for what is still a very, very nice effort, and then bronze for Hundarian. Again, no insult. Is, you know, we're talking about these models. They're still way better than what I can paint, but just personally, I think this is better done. I really do.
Well, he's been slightly cheeky with the War Master and put like an iconoclast drill on it.
Oh, right, okay.
It's supposed to have two plasma, or whatever the fuck they're called.
Well, it looks cooler. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Out of the rankings, honourable mentions only. No, that is you know, and it's the same style as that sort of lovely Saturnine Terminator we saw, just so subtly painted.
Yeah.
Just yeah, that's beautifully done. Beautifully done. Right, diorama. Andy Wardle is back with a high elf converted out of a Phoenix Lord rescuing a Bretonnian maiden with an owl.
I've got nothing. I've no idea what's going on with any of that.
I kind of recognise the veil and stuff, you know, but beautifully done. Beautifully done.
It is, yeah.
Once again, the model just jumps out from the base. That's lovely. I have no idea if this is his work or if this was in the model, but it tells. What I love about this is it tells a story.
Yeah,
and that's great. You know, she's clutching her thing here, and you can see that that's been added afterwards because surely she wasn't perpendicular when the actual model was released.
No. So it looks like it should be off of like a Bel Sagoff album or something.
Yeah. That's
no.
Beautifully done there by Andy Wardle. And then we've got Itu Takamo with a. I really like this diorama. Ever since I saw that medic doing that in the Krieg thingy, I was like, well, somebody needs to do him actually sort of helping somebody
over a fallen sister.
Yeah, and I really like the way he's got this fallen sister of battle here, and you know, he's reading her the Emperor's Mercy, or the Emperor's Mercy is a bolt pistol, isn't it? But you know, he's comforting her, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Really nice, lovely work on the base and the surrounding. Again, tells a story, sets a scene. Really nicely done. And then LK has given us Sanguinius, the angel. Not a great photo here, I have to say. Really hard to see. But the painting on the wings, if nothing else, is really, really nice.
It is quite bonkers.
really nice. And if this is non-metallic gold, as I suspect it is, he's absolutely nailed the mix between yellow and brown. Like it's not too much of either.
Yeah.
It's really nicely done, and you've got the little blood letters. We're gonna get ya. Really nicely done. Loads of lovely painting, but I think the photo lets this one down. I really do. And largely speaking, I think, oh, for God's sake, go there. Yes, I think these are in the right order.
I reckon so. Yeah.
I think they're in the right order. That's just a stunning little piece there.
But once again, on the silver, why such a high base? I don't get it.
Well, I think it kind of works on this one, or at least you can let it off on this one because it's got such a high frame to the top half of it. It doesn't look unnecessarily deep.
No.
But again, that just seems to be the thing. Like you need to put it on one of these weird wooden plinths to make it kind of work. Jewel. We have this one from Yizong Lu. Yizong Lu. I apologise if I'm fucking up your names. Really nice. Really, really like this.
I don't like the models, but that's a fucking great bit of work.
It's, oh man, so good. If I had a complaint about it, if I had to have a complaint, I think he could have done ever so slightly more with the Death Guard to make it look like he was kind of ready for it almost, or reacting to it. But the posing and the painting here is just, oh man, really, really nice. I don't even mind that he's used a Reaver head.
Has he?
Yeah, because it's got the skull. Look, beautiful work. Beautiful.
I'm not sure that is a Reaver head.
Beautiful work.
That looks too scully. It might be a Chaplain head.
No, the Reavers have skull heads, don't they?
Yeah, but they have shit ones.
Maybe he's converted it.
Maybe.
Yeah, really nice. Really nice. Lovely contrast as well between the greens. And he's done some good conversion work here. Like you see the tentacle, giving him a second thing around the flail.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's got a third arm, but no tentacle.
He has, yeah. Yeah, really nicely done. I'm not quite so sure about the pose on this guy. I think I would have had it slightly different. But he needs something to mount the bike to, and obviously that's the back of the Nurgle dude here. Really nice. Then you got this one, and this is weird, this one. So this is by Jonathan DeVos. I think we've seen his stuff before. I love the way he's gone super, super bright with the Nurgle. The Beast of Nurgle. That's really, really nice. But what I do think when I look at the Emperor's Champion is I think that there's not enough contrast there. Do you know what I mean? He almost looks like it's been done with pastels or something. It's too smooth. It's too, like, it looks like it needs a few line highlights on it.
Yeah, it kind of looks like one of those horribly wannabe posh Range Rovers with the matte black paint.
Yes, yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. And I think maybe that's kind of let it down a little bit because the you've got the usual PVA glue and not PVA glue, UHU glue and stuff for the drool and stuff. And it's really nice. And you've got nice base and the colours work really well. The green going through the bright colours in the beast, and the conversion works fine. It works really well for him driving. You can really feel like he's driving the down, but I'm not sold on this armour, oddly enough. I think that's the bit that's letting down the model, and I definitely would have put something on this white shoulder, this white knee pad here.
Yeah, like like a Maltese cross or something.
Something
similar.
like that, yeah. Because then you've got like the really bright chain here, and then you look at this armour, and it's just maybe it just needs a bit more weathering or something to make it sort of jump out.
Give it a bit more detail, yeah. A bit of texture.
Still very, very nice. Don't get me wrong. Still very, very nice.
It's probably my favourite one out of all three, I think.
And then you've got the is that Chthonian Berserk? Is that Chthonian Berserk versus an Orc dude with metal legs? Sebastian
I
Schubert.
think so, yeah. It looks like a bow tan by the trousers.
Yeah. I kind of like the way you've got all this going on underground, and you've got this little poor little dude on top going, I am messaging for retrieval before I get absolutely screwed. That's quite cool. Yeah, I like that. So, what do we think as to the order here, Matt? I think gold.
I think
spot on.
I think the Nurgle's probably my favourite.
Really? You think
those three? Yeah.
You bump this up to gold?
Not necessarily.
Okay, just your favourite.
Given the work that's I can't really say given the work that's gone into one and then
yeah.
Well,
I just think if this marine matched this, then yes, I think it's gold nearly all day long.
Yeah.
But I think this is just way more consistent across the styles. And this just doesn't quite. There's something with that marine's just not quite hitting it for me, really. Hello, Javdav. The wife says Nurgle all the way. She's not biased in the slightest, I assure you.
Still worrying.
And this one, I kind of feel like we might need to see another angle, but I do like the idea behind it a lot. I think this is very cool. But yeah, a bit of a shame now. A bit more work on that marine. I think that would have jumped up, but it's all a bit subtle from this part down. Right, the young bloods. It really is time to snap your brushes, Matt, because these are people who are 15 and under.
This is some bullshit.
Spoken like Harry himself. Yeah. Maximilian M. Oh, you bastard.
I look forward to seeing you winning many, many more golds in years to come.
Yeah, in it. I mean, that is just ridiculous.
It's not unfortunate, really, actually.
That is ridiculous. How does it feel to see somebody who's been alive for like way less time than you've been painting and then they've managed to pull this off?
I think the only thing that I can say is that I'm better at IT than he is. Like blades up my strengths quick.
Yeah, I'm like,
painting like that isn't one of them.
I bet I know more about spiders than you do. Go fuck yourself, Maximilian. No, it's beautiful, isn't it?
He's done a great job.
Beautiful. Really, really nice. If I was to give it a criticism, and I feel like I need to, the gold is a bit too much towards yellow for me here. But other than that, I mean, God, look at that cloak. Look at the texture he's put into that. And the base. You talented bastard. You are definitely going to win some Golden Demons going forward, mate. More Golden Demons.
Dude that he's standing on, stuck in a cliff?
Yeah, it's like an upside down person.
What?
Like maybe it's a Sigmar person. I mean, I love that Chaos Sorcerer model anyway.
I'm just like, I'm like, excuse me, Mr. Chaos Sorcerer, you seem to have pooped out a whole person out of your cloak.
I think the staff doesn't come with the model.
I don't know.
I think he's converted it. Really nice. This is why I never got into painting. I don't need another thing to make me depressed, Kevin says. Yeah, I know the feeling, man. I know the feeling. Some people are just naturally bloody talented. Like here, Kevin, we've got Henry N. You notice with the kids, they're not given the full names.
Yeah.
With good reason. I'm not going to argue.
I mean, to be fair, to make Kevin feel better, I think he's got much better taste in YouTube channels.
Yes. Yes, splendid. And then we've got this Typhus again. If you're under 15 and you've produced that, I kind of hate you a little bit. That's just.
I hope it took you many, many hours of work and you missed out on lots of fun with your friends to do this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you've won a silver golden demon, but are you happy? Are you happy?
Hope you paid for it in the best way.
Very nicely done. Very, very nicely done. When you think that these people aren't even adults, it's just like, you're going to get so good. You're going to get so good at painting this shit. And then Stank A.
Stank.
Being a dick. No, forgive me, Stan. With this beautiful little goblin diorama. Again, really nicely done. And yeah, way better than I can do, man. I've got to be honest.
Is that
not terrible.
Is that like is that a pouchy bag on the left there hanging up, or is it a leg of meat?
No, it's a pouchy bag. It's a little pouchy bag, I think. Beautifully done. I'm not a bad painter by any means, but I'm not this level, nowhere near. Absolutely stunning. Really, really nice work all round. All
I
three
think
of
the only
those.
thing
I mean, this
that
one,
makes
mate. Honestly, this one. If this had got into the adult category and won a bronze or something, I'd be like, yeah, fair play. Do you know what I mean? It's that good.
yeah.
The only thing
But
I think lets it down is the staff. I really do
I
think.
think the only thing that could potentially improve the Stan K one is if that kind of horn that's on the right hand side of the goblin actually was an ear trumpet going into his ear roll.
Yeah.
I would have found that far too amusing.
I just love the way that he's chewing on the mushrooms because, like, obviously, it said that they chew on mushrooms to get them to, you know. At their age, I was doing 2 paper rounds so I could have a big army. That's right, Kevin. That's right. They don't know what it was like. They don't know what it was like at all. But yeah, lovely, and such great differences in style as well. You know, really, really great work all round there. And then we have the open competition. Nicholas Rubens Mortensen with a ogre. I presume he's converted this mouth, the maw and everything. I'm not going to say that he scratch built it, mate, because we said that about the Necromunda and we were totally wrong. But I think it's like you've got the Nurgle theme here of the light, the flies and everything. Beautifully painted armour. Lovely recessed weathering. And I've got a feeling this at least might be converted. That's really nice. Really, really nice. Lovely. Lovely work. Leon Hopkins, swim closer. I want to hit them with my sword or my pole staff.
Look, all that resin water. They should have won the Slayer sword.
Yeah, it's really nice. Really nice. And also this thing here, Matt, I don't recognise that. That's a scratch built beastie, I think. I don't think that's in the Idenef. This is, obviously, but I don't think this is in the Idenef range. This weird manta ray
I
thing.
found the whole concept of them was so outrageous that I've kind of not really paid them any attention.
Yeah.
In a both good and bad way. Like the outrage, I was like, "This is what? What is the what? A spectral mist with dudes riding fish swimming in it? I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
like,
even.
what? They bring the sea with them?
Yeah, I'm like the audacity of this is just bonkers as a concept. So I'm kind of glad that you had the balls to actually put it into plastic and make it
Random as hell. And then we've got this Sten Frodin piece. I mean, this bit's from Coast City, I can tell you that. I don't know about the rest of it, and I don't know why this didn't get entered into... Maybe he's staff, because only staff... The only thing that staff can enter is the open competition, so maybe he's staff. But I don't see anything there that would stop that from being a single miniature entry. But that is beautifully painted. Absolutely beautifully painted. Really nice. On painting alone, I'd probably swap bronze and silver, but I really appreciate that scratch built thing. So I think it's probably
yeah, manta ray thing.
Yeah, that's really, really nice.
I've run out of brushes to snap and burn. I'm just going to have to start with my desk. Set my desk on fire.
Matt is now drinking all of his paint pots, just so you know.
In protest.
One at a time.
I'm just going to put them all into a cauldron, mix them all into one horrible brown colour, and just set fire to that as well.
And then, yeah, the winner, the Slayer sword, went to Albert Moreto Font for this. And yeah, I mean, what can you say? That is just... Again, it's almost got that kind of almost like so smooth, it almost looks like CG look. But it's been executed so well here that I think... And there's a few there that I think could have won the Slayer sword, but I think when you consider the amount of work, conversion work, and the painting, and you add it all up together, and the way that it's so cohesive, and you've got all these little bits in it that you keep seeing every time you look at it, I personally, Matt, think this is a worthy Slayer sword winner.
Hey, scroll down. We've got a few more angles.
Oh, so we do. Oh, wow. I didn't see that at the back. Oh, dude. That's so nice.
Hey, he does purple purity seals like I do on my DA. Nice. Clear winner, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is...
Got his little long haired steptoe wizard dude there.
Because that's the other thing, is that you don't really get to see the face very well here. And when you scroll down and look at it, that is really nicely done.
Mm.
Really, really nicely done. And as you say, there's something pleasingly old school about it, isn't there? Obviously, the Cities of Sigmar was GW's sort of peace offering. Like, we still kind of do old world and stuff. You sort of look, we're not all Warcrafty now. But there is something pleasingly old school about that. That is a beautiful piece. And he won in 2006. Jesus. In the next few weeks, we'll be showing off the finalists from Spiel Essen. So we'll have a look at that. That was the other weird thing, dude. Like,
2006 to 2023, slacker. Where's he been?
Yeah, innit?
No offense.
That was the other thing, like, that I wanted to say, was not only was it Warhammer Day, it's also Spiel Essen.
That's like almost a whole week, though, from what I remember doing it with Grimlord.
Well, yeah, it is, but they've not, you know, like, how can that not be a bigger event than, no offence, the open competition in America somewhere?
It's not very Warhammer focused at all.
No, it's not. It's board games and stuff. I know that, but it's still like
adjacent. Yeah,
I would, you know, especially with something like Warhammer Quest, which is as close to a board game as GW make. I'm very surprised that we got nothing at all. Very odd.
They should have done that for Warhammer Day. It's in the name.
Yeah,
like it's in the name.
Mental.
Like to echo Raven from Teen Titans Go to the Movies. It's in the name.
Yeah, mental. Don't know why they didn't do that. Don't know why they didn't do that. Very, very, very odd. But congratulations to all the winners there.
Despite our facetious nature, you've all done far better than we could ever.
Phenomenal work.
Even with our powers combined.
Phenomenal work all round there. There's not one piece that I think was just like crap or anything like that. You know, there's some that aren't to my personal taste. I do have a personal taste when it comes to miniature painting, just like Matt. But yeah, phenomenal work all round. Golden Demon just kind of gets better and better and better.
One thing that did strike me is that if you went like back about not necessarily like 20 years, but maybe 30 years, so you go back to those proper old Golden Demons where it was nowhere near as sophisticated, and you just went, "Hey, Brev, check this out from 2026." People would just be like, "Get the fuck out of here! Did someone paint this shit?"
Yeah.
And they'll look at those thumb busting white capped like old Citadel paint pots that have just destroyed the side of their thumb, opening and closing it countless times, and be like, "How did you do this with such shitty paints? God damn it!"
Is this your plan, Matt? You're going to go back in time, invent a time machine, go back in time to the early days of these painters, and be like, "You might as well give up now because this is what it's like in the future. No point."
Oh, I don't know. I'd be like, which one of you is the wealthiest painter? I've got all these paints from the future. You can have one of each. To pay me for it. And then one of you will crush all the competition still using their paltry 30-year-old then modern paints.
Yeah, I mean, it is quite incredible to look throughout the years. I remember, you know, seeing the late 90s and early 2000s styles back then, and they're nothing like this. But you think so many things have not necessarily been invented since then, but just been used in this hobby since then. Like nobody used to use weathering powders, nobody used to use the different varnishes, you never saw resin pours, all that kind of stuff. Has all come over from scale modelling, and that's developed as well as time's gone on. And as you correctly say, the paintings have got better and all that kind of stuff, and the models have improved. So yeah, just cracking work all round. So I'm sorry that we didn't have anything to discuss release wise.
It's not,
but hopefully you've enjoyed looking at these Golden Demon entries with us. A little bit of a shorter one this week, but we'll get something else soon, and we'll be back with the Tyranid Codex retrospective as soon as I can tie Carl down. Not literally, but as soon as I can get him to agree to a time. Yeah, till then, stay rocking hard, guys. We'll be back with another video soon, and we will see you later. Cheers,
Thanks
guys.
for putting up with us.
Bye.
Cheerio.